Hi Pisces, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of July 10th through the 16th. This is for Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, and Pisces Rising signs. So Pisces, for this weekly forecast, I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot along with the Healing with the Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And at the bottom of the deck, Pisces, I do have the Empress. Very nice. The card at the bottom of the deck is very significant for me. Now, with the Empress, no matter if you're male or female, this is an incredibly creative energy. So for some of you, it could be giving birth to something new. For some of you, you just might find yourself to be incredibly creative, maybe coming up with lots of ideas or plans for some of you. For some other Pisceans, you know, this is that very fertile energy. So just take caution with that. But a woman could be very significant. So for some of you, this might be your wife. This might be your mother. A woman around you could be very, very significant. For some Piscean women, this is your energy. The Empress, generally speaking, does represent abundance. Now, the overall energy for the week for you, Pisces, is actually the Two of Wands, which I think that the Empress and the Two of Wands really go well together. For some of you, you're incredibly creative, but that's in regards to maybe you walking out on a new path. You're really thinking about the future. For some of you, you're coming up with lots of creative plans and ideas for your future. With the Two of Wands here, a decision could be very significant. So there could be some Pisceans that maybe you're making a decision this week. You could be making a decision about a woman or about your mother or your significant other for some of you. And then for some other Pisceans, maybe you are creating, maybe you're starting something new. Maybe a decision is significant, or, you know, this is you just basically making those plans, very, very focused on the future. Let's see here. We're starting out with the Eight of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands, and then we have Strength. So the Eight of Wands, energy-wise, can be things happening very suddenly, a lot going on. But it also represents that communication. For some of you, communication, news, information coming in very quickly. Now, that could be from a Leo, because Strength represents the sign of Leo. So for some of you, maybe you're communicating with a Leo. This could be, for some of you, a woman or a mother, a motherly figure that's significant. Maybe they are a Leo. So for some of you, could be texting a lot with this Leo. And then I feel like for some other Pisceans, you know, maybe you're waiting. You could be waiting on news from a Leo, or just simply waiting on some sort of news or communication. Now, for some of you, maybe it's a decision that you're waiting on. With Strength, it's all about control. And for some of you, I feel like this is you really maybe needing to go within and rely upon that inner strength when it comes to having to wait on something. I feel like some of you want to move forward. But with Strength, the Hanged Man and the Devil here, for some of you, I feel like you're really having to wait. You're really having to be patient. This is that temporary period of suspense. So for some of you, you're literally hanging in there. You're waiting on some sort of information or clarity. Waiting on that enlightenment for some of you. But with the Devil here, try not to worry. Try not to fear the worst. Because, you know, some of you are waiting with this Devil energy here. You might feel stuck. You might feel trapped. For some of you, that's why we have the Two of Wands here as the overall energy. For those of you that maybe feel stuck within a situation, this is you maybe getting creative, definitely making some sort of plans to maybe free yourself or move forward in some way. For some of you, could even be traveling here, making those plans to travel, to leave an environment, a situation that's no longer serving you. But with Strength and the Hanged Man, for some of you, you know, maybe you just need some time. Now, because I have a couple of twos here, I have the Two of Wands, but then I also have the Two of Swords here. For some of you, a partnership or a relationship is definitely very significant. So for some of you, this is you maybe waiting on a decision from your partner or waiting on communication from another person. For a very small number of Pisceans, this could be a situation involving 3 people. And because we have the Devil here, you might be a Pisces that maybe you're married, you could be waiting on a divorce to be final, something like that. So maybe you've met someone else and maybe you feel stuck. Or maybe you're dealing with a person who feels stuck. For some of you, I just feel like you feel as though things are not happening for you. And, you know, this Empress and this Two of Wands energy is actually really going to help you when it comes to moving forward. For some of you, I see you very, very creative, and I think you're coming up with ideas. You're coming up with, maybe for some of you, a solution or solutions to help you move forward. With the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords, the Two of Swords can sometimes be someone who's closed off, someone who's blocking themselves. It can also be, for me, it can be someone who's putting off making a decision. So if you are a Pisces that needs to basically make a decision, or you need to free yourself from a relationship, something that's no longer serving you, I feel like, you know, that's what's needed here. But maybe for some of you, you need more time. You need to be open. With the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords, you need to be open when it comes to moving forward. The Six of Swords is all about moving on, moving away from difficulties, moving from stormy waters to much more calmer waters. And this is what, you know, I see many of you doing. You are moving forward. For some of you, could be physically traveling as well. But maybe you need to be open, or for some of you, you need to simply just listen to your intuition. Your intuition is definitely speaking to you this week, Pisces. We have that Two of Swords with the Page of Cups underneath it. So your intuition is definitely speaking to you. Especially if you're a Pisces that you've been stuck, you've felt trapped or stuck within a situation. Your intuition is definitely guiding you here, and you have some great creative energy to work with. For some of you, you might have a lot going on, because we also have the Ten of Wands here, so a lot on your plate. You know, for some of you, I see you carrying this heavy load, you know, and for some of you, I feel like this is a partnership. I feel like this is you maybe staying in a partnership. Now, for some of you, it might be romantic, but then there could be some Pisces that this is even a business relationship, or even like a living arrangement. You know, I see you carrying this heavy burden, and I see you wanting to move forward. And, you know, I do see some of you sticking it out. It's basically like you need to make this decision or be open to some sort of change so you can drop this heavy load and move forward. So it is just a general reading. Maybe I'm reading for, you know, a specific group of Pisceans this week. So definitely watch your other signs, watch your rising, watch your moon sign. But I see some of you carrying this heavy burden, a situation that maybe you feel stuck within. For some of you, I see you waiting. Change is definitely coming in, but this is a week to get creative, to make those plans, to figure things out, and to really basically listen to your intuition in regards to moving forward. Maybe there's a Leo, maybe there's a Capricorn person that's quite significant. For some of you, there might even be another water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, that's significant. Financially, I don't see it being a bad week whatsoever. I think that many of you are actually in a good place financially. But let me pull you an additional guidance card. Additional guidance for Pisces for this upcoming week. For some of you, you simply have a lot going on with the Ten of Wands, needing to lighten your load. For some of you, I see you maybe taking care of a child. Maybe you're a single parent, but you work full-time. Things are going to get a lot easier, so just know that. Relief is in sight. So if you've been working full-time, but yet you have a family, and you've just spread, felt spread a little bit too thin, honestly, things are going to feel a lot easier here. I feel by the end of the week, and then even, going into the following week, things are going to feel a lot lighter. Wow, look at that. So we just had the healing card that flipped over. Healing. There's a lot of healing energy that's coming in. For some of you, maybe you're simply moving towards peace of mind, but you are healing. This situation is going to feel a lot lighter. And maybe some of you simply need to speak your truth, because I just had a lot of difficulty with trying to get these words out. So maybe some of you need to speak your truth in some way. You need to communicate. And if you do that, that's going to bring in that healing energy for you. Okay, Pisces? So I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. And if you are interested in receiving a private reading from me, please head on over to northeasttarot.com. I do wish you all a wonderful week, Pisces. Take care.